Hey, Spectrum, it's me, Spectrum here. Coming up in this video, I am doing another video, and this one I'm going over about 8 pets slash monsters for my Demosts. One's a dragon, one's a Chimera, and the 8th one is a hybrid between all of them. Well, I hope you all enjoy. Okay, the first monster we're looking at is actually, all of these are actually pets of the top 7 Demosts plus the mascot for the combo class of Demosts. The first one we're looking at is simply known as the Demostic Black Dragon. This dragon is mostly found in is one of its own kind, but there are reported sightings of possibly small nests. These creatures are mostly hunted when they're very young, because when they are fully grown, they are extremely powerful. The strongest is actually only a few years old. I'll say about a few hundred, maybe 100 to 150. This dragon, though, is simply named Drac. Give me a second. Let me look through my papers to see where that name is actually. Found it. Its name is Kuro, which is Japanese for black, which makes sense. This dragon I have only seen a few times. I am semi-friends with the Demost Lord King Speedpaints 1000 himself. We don't see each other that often on account that things have gotten hectic with Satan Claws. I've seen him fighting on the front lines with his subordinates. I even saw a few combo class fighters in there. It was a very interesting fight. The reason why I was there is that he wanted me to record it and to see what their strategy was all about. During the fight, I managed to get my eyes on Kuro killing a Deeren. It was gruesome. He first roasted the thing with his fire breath, and then just slashed it in half with his tail, which is about the length of a one of the claws is about the longest, about length of a I want to say about 5 feet long and razor sharp. The others are each about a foot, 3 feet long, still razor sharp. Fully stretched out, this dragon reaches about maybe 100 feet long, wingspan of about 60 feet. But the fire is its main attack. The fire is extremely hot. I literally saw the dragon, after killing the deer, turn towards Satan Claws and let out a giant gulf of fire that I thought would not hurt the guy, but in reality it scorched him really bad. Like, I'm talking flesh melting off the guy. He called a full retreat after that, but not before Speedpaints 1000 threw a good chunk of Demost struck at him. He had to rip off his own arm. Yeah, that was a lot of very gory blood. But thanks to that, I've managed to get more information about Kuro. Kuro is actually the king. The last king of these dragons was wiped out because of his old age. People thought he was weak, but in reality the guy was still very strong. But they managed to kill him because, well, Satan Claws. So, yeah, the guy wanted revenge for his last life, which makes sense on account of how Spike Ghost behaves. Same thing going on there. Not to mention, the dragon itself is extremely strong. Also, the dragon has some very, very strong scale-like armor, very similar to Spike 1000's Demosts skin. Not even a nuke could penetrate it. I'm surprised he hasn't taken for the world. He's told me himself, I have no no need to take over Earth. I have plenty of my fun and in between. But he's also told me that there are a few of Kuro's kinds left. About 10,000. No, wait, scratch that. He just sent me another message. Oh no. They're down to about 1,000. These dragons are especially endangered, but man, are they powerful. They all live in very dark caves. The fire, it makes hell flames look like a dying match compared to a bonfire. Another one we're looking at is known as the Shadow Cerberus. People have been debating, but I've met the Shadow himself. He's actually my last interview with him was about his pet, the Shadow Cerberus. He just calls him TSC because that's the initials. He said that TSC there are multiple of his kind. There are only about 100 left, and they have the ability to travel through shadows just like him. They're found in very deep and dark caves, and like the running theme of all these creatures, he is extremely powerful, not to mention the actual leader of these creatures. So if I were y'all, try not to fight this guy unless you want to be ripped to shreds by his shadow's teeth. He has 3 mouths and a dragon-like tail. But the guy is actually very fun to play with, from what I've been told. Although he has a knack for accidentally ripping his playthings in half. The guy isn't lying. I seen it firsthand, actually, a photo. Man, that was a lot of blood. Ugh. The next one is Blackwhip's pet. Blackwhip, his pet is known as Sneaky Shadow Basilisk. This basilisk was a regular sea-dwelling basilisk, but after Blackwhip found him, it was Blackwhip. He gave him some shadow legs, which allowed him to travel on land. This thing is very sneaky, and just like Shadow Cerberus, likes to dwell in deep, dark caves. The thing is about 50 feet long, and not to mention, its bite is enough to break through titanium plating. That was impressive. The next monster we are looking at is something that is simply known as Weapon Golem. This golem was your standard rock golem until Weapons Master got his stubs. Can't really describe it because the guy doesn't really have hands, but he can summon any weapon he wants. It's a weird thing, so I'm just going to say his hands. Guy's hands on the golem. He gave it the ability to mold weapons onto it. It is usually found roaming woods and guarding forges that Weapon Master class Demosts are in, making their own weapons. Well, he's just a guard. So the next monster slash pet we're looking at is a monster simply known as Shifter Chimera. This Chimera has the body of a lion and two front legs of a lion, but the front legs are stronger. Back legs are that of a lizard, and the tail is that of a scorpion. But the weird part is it has a Demosts-like face. That's a weird face, but the thing is freaky. It's also been noted to be able to shapeshift like its owner, Omega. But unlike him, he can actually shapeshift in any animal. Only body parts. Now, this next one is mostly confused with the last one, the Shifter Chimera. Because, like I said in the last part, the Chimera has the ability to shapeshift some of its body parts into other creatures' parts. The reason why is because it's very similar, but also very different. This is a Manticore known simply as a Hunticore. This Manticore type is the main pet of Accurate, the Demost, leader of the Hunter class, and they are known to have quills they can pull out and throw like spears. Their stingers are full of very toxic venom that allow them to not hit their prey or targets a lot more easily. Then there's the wings. They look like dragon wings, but more like some type of weird shape of it instead. They do look like the demonic black dragon wings, like Kuro, but they more or less don't have that hook part at the end. But they do have a little gray spot. So yeah, that is Accurate's pet, and he simply calls it calls them Hunticore. Oh, mostly Hunt. Yeah. The thing is pretty gruesome when it hunts. The next beast or monster pet, whatever you want to call it, we're looking at is a subspecies. Well, these are all subspecies of chupacabra called Chap Assassin Acabra. Ay, caramba. The assassin class leader is the one who named these species. There's about 100, around about 2,000 of these creatures remaining on Earth, and there's more in between, but the strongest is called Chap. These creatures are known for stalking their prey at night because of their, black bodies. The main things you can make out from them, besides their dog-like appearance, is that they have a straw-like tongue, like a mosquito, and a very long and sharp, like, weapon-like thing on the end of their tail. They are known to slash the veins of their prey open and then suck the blood from there because their straw mouth isn't really strong enough to penetrate skin. And the claws are sharp, but not as sharp they're only sharp enough to actually injure them, not cause major blood loss for them to drink. So, yeah, beware these Chap Assassin Cabras. The final pet we're looking at, well, pet, monster, beast, whatever you want to call it, is actually it's actually a hybrid. And it's the mascot for the, combo class of Demosts. It is simply known as Hamsterbred. Combo Monster Hybrid, in other words. It has the body of your standard rock golem, but like the weapons golem, it has spears out the back, one red eye, shields covering its a few parts of it, and the two of its arms, well, two main arms are the front legs of the demostic black dragon. It has three tails. One comes from a Chimera. Another one comes from the back end of the sneaky shadow Basculus. And then the final one comes from Chap Assassin Abra, or Chap. The two legs one comes from Shadow Cerberus, and the other one comes from the Hunter Core we were looking at earlier. This thing is an absolute beast on the battlefield. Just like that battle I was talking about in the first one. It decimated hundreds of thousands of lefts. It was awesome. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. It was different and a little fun. Well, subscribe to join Spectrum. Bye, and peace out.